We got to put our hands together for the crew that put this together. Great Point Studios. We're going to mention a few others, but what a fantastic job. The city of Yonkers is also known as Hollywood on the Hudson. Thanks to the addition of Lionsgate Studios, our city has gotten a lion's share of film work. Mayor Mike Spano has made Yonkers a game changer in the film industry, and now a new generation will soon be ready to reap the benefits. Everyone, please welcome the 42nd mayor of the great city of Yonkers, Mayor Mike Spano.
Woo! How you doing, Yonkers? Let's give it up for our guests here today. Let's give it up for them. Now, just last week I said, when we opened up another school, I said that was probably the best moment that I could, in my term as mayor. I will tell you, though, that's shared with today. The two best moments, being mayor of Yonkers, is opening that school last week and opening this school today. Really, this is great. Thank you, Principal Mark. Thank you to our students that have allowed us all to be here today, to disrupt you just a little bit, right? I also just want to say that we're joined because she came a little late because she had to do the news this morning, but our city's First Lady and my wife, Mary Calvi. Thanks for rushing up here. You know, she breaks some speed limits once in a while, but shh, don't tell anybody. Let's give it up for Angel and Malachi. Wow, that was incredible, wasn't it? I can tell already that the talent here is fierce at the Halmi Academy. And to all of you here in attendance today, I wanted to extend a very, very warm Yonkers welcome. We are so very proud. We're so very proud of our Yonkers public schools and what they continue to do. You know, we can talk about the issues that affect our schools all the time. We talk about funding, right? And, you know, is it a problem? Yeah. Is it an excuse to fail? No. We could talk about the fact that, you know, our kids in urban centers and many of our families live in struggling communities. But is it an excuse to fail? No way. Our kids continue to strive, continue to do better. And you know what? We have just for our guests, so you know this, we have the best graduation rate of any one of the big 5 cities in New York State. And that's because of our teachers. Samantha Ciriello, it's good to see you here, our president of our teachers, administrators, and support staff. Thank you all for what you do. 24,000 kids and growing. The 24-25 school year has already proven itself to be a monumental year because it's only a month into the year and we've already opened 2 new schools. And last week, our city was honored to host Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor as we opened the district's first new school constructed in 20 years. And that's right. And today, we have the privilege of celebrating another milestone, a new magnet school supported by the vision of award-winning producer Robert Halmi and Great Point Studios. Let's give it up for Robert. We're ushering in a new chapter on what we love to call ourselves, Hollywood on Hudson, right here in Yonkers. I believe what sets this school apart from the rest is the collaboration that we have between Yonkers Public Schools, when I say Yonkers government, Yonkers Public Schools, and of course, Great Point Studios. What we're creating is a private-public partnership that will become a model for other urban districts all across the country so that we can create direct pathways to careers that will provide good, solid, not just living wage, provide a good, solid middle class for our kids, giving them the opportunities they might not ever have, but they will have because of this school. And thank you, Robert Halmi and Joe Cotter, for your vision and making your investment here in Yonkers. Let's give it up for them. Joe, would you stand up? Joe Cotter, thank you. And also thank you to the Yonkers Public Schools, for the team that, of course, includes our superintendent, Superintendent Soler. Let's give it up for the superintendent. Let's give it up for our trustees, led by Dr. Rosalba DeVecchia. Thank you for, and a special thank you, because you need to do this. No one can be successful in a job like mayor. No one can be successful in any house, whether it be the State House or Washington, if you don't have the support of a good legislative team. And I've been very, very lucky here in Yonkers to have the support of our city council. And I'm going to introduce them by name because I think it's important. Because, you know, when it comes to funding and making this all work, you can't do it if they're not with you. And I'm fortunate to have the support of our council president, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy. Thank you. Who's with us here today. The majority leader of City Council, John Ruba. Thank you, John. Councilperson for the 1st District, Deanna Robinson, who's with us here today. The Councilwoman and Chair of the Council's Education Committee, Tasha Diaz. Thank you for being here. The rest of the council, am I missing any of the council? Oh, because you're hiding in the seat, all right? And so let me just say a special thank you to our councilwoman for being here today and for all that you do, really. It's an honor. The rest of the delegation, state delegation that was here, our Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart Cousins, and the entire delegation. Again, without them, it would be a real problem to get much done in terms of dollars, and they make it work for us. We all know the entertainment industry is a tough one to crack into, but the partnerships that have been developed in this school and our partnering and the partnering colleges that you'll hear about, our students will have a leg up when it comes to the competition, and their feet will already be in the front door. They'll be in the game, guys. And that's because at the Robert Halmi Academy, we are providing vital training for future media creators and performers and creating a launching pad for our next generation to flourish. Students, as you know, this school is named after a pioneer in the industry, Robert Halmi Sr., Robert's dad. And I hope that his name, the image, and the legacy serves as an inspiration for the innovation, possibilities, and all that you can create here. You need to take this and you need to run with it. I'm excited to see where this road takes our district, but mostly I'm eager to see where it will take all of you in your journey through life. Maybe we'll see some of you on the screen, or maybe catch a few of you getting an Emmy or an Oscar. We know this school will make a difference in the lives of our kids and our families right here in Yonkers. So congratulations on this historic moment for our city. So let's give them a nice round of applause again. Now, as mayor, I get to do some fun things, right, Cortisone? I get to do some fun things, so I'm going to do that right now. So there are budding producers and directors and filmmakers that are probably here at this school, but I also believe that there are some untapped acting talent that we'll start to see as well. Our next guest can speak to how the seeds of education are taking root here and will set you on a path for greatness. Crediting her time at the renowned Carnegie Mellon University as a place where she could make her dream a reality, actress Patina Miller. Let's give it up for actress Patina Miller. You can't escape, just see her face, right? She knows firsthand how education is the foundation of success. Today, Patina films her acclaimed hit series, Raising Kanan, and it's all filmed right here in Yonkers. If it's not in the studios, it's on the streets of our city. It's all happening here. That's right. Petita, we are so happy that you are here with us today, and you've taken time out of your busy schedule to be here with all of us. So everyone, please join me in welcoming a Tony Award-winning actress, Petita Miller.
Wow. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here with my castmates, London Brown, Haley Kilgore, Erica, I got your name. I'm on here and now I don't even know your name. Erica Woods, I know her name. But I'm so happy to be here with my cast here today. Thank you so much for that introduction, Mayor. This feels strange in an amazing way, because I look at the kids, I read about, or I read about what has happened here in this new film and television school for kids. And I go back and I think about my time as a kid. Now, I grew up in South Carolina, a place where, you could dream about the things you wanted to do. And for me, I wanted to be an actor. I didn't know how that was gonna happen. But I was fortunate enough to attend a performing arts high school. I traveled 3 hours away, and it was called the Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities. At 15 years old, I left home to really just go for my dream and to learn about acting and be amongst artists and dancers. And I think about access, and I think about opportunity, and I think about all the teachers, educators, people who poured into us, the people who made it possible. And I don't even think that little girl at the time with all these big dreams knew what she was going to be embarking on. And I'm so happy for you guys here today, the students here at the back. You may not understand what this all means right now, but this can change your life. And I think it's so wonderful to start at such a young age where you're just now starting to get these dreams. And, maybe you look at the arts, you look at film, you look at your favorite TV shows, and you have the thought of, oh, I would like to do something like that, but I don't have access to that. Or, oh, well, that will never come true. You now have a place to where if you work hard, all of the things that you've ever dreamt, all the things you've ever wanted could possibly come true. Yeah, you can make a living, yeah, you can do all these things, but you could actually follow your dream and live a happy life. I love what I do. I love being an actor with these incredible actors here on the stage. And it is being able to go to a school for free, basically, and get the kind of education that I got. I was able to go to a school and really put my heart and soul into it and be nurtured. And that meant the most. And so what you guys are doing for these kids in this community, there's not enough. Like I feel like we're just, when I look out and I see all these beautiful black and brown faces, people who look like me, being able to have the opportunity to be in this world in such an amazing way, it gives me hope. I am so happy for you. I hope that you take it serious. I know y'all young, but just know what you're getting into and know that this is one of the most incredible fields. I am so happy to be a part of it. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to say is congratulations, and work hard and use this time to just live, be happy, and know that what you're doing and what you're getting here is incredible. And so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Before I get to this next person, this person is in charge of a very important union. Unions are very important to us, and I would like to acknowledge, one, the Yonkers Public Schools Buildings and Grounds crew, our custodians, CSEA. Just a quick note, the first time we started working out of this school was August 26th. First time we ever walked into this building to work. And if you saw this building, I had parents coming 2 days later, and Dr. Wright will tell you, and Superintendent Soler will tell you, I was panicking. but the Yonkers Public Schools CSEA, the custodians, Mike, my head custodian, thank you to Mike Belluccio and Al DeLillo. Thank you for bringing this all together. And also the teachers, my YFT teachers, and my CSEA employees as well. Just know that they made a big leap to come here. They changed, some of them 15 years, 20 years in a place to come here to a brand new place. So I would want to give a shout out to my teachers who made the leap of faith to come here. And one more person, Dr. Gonzalez, who's my assistant principal. He was also behind the scenes with Dr. Tanya Long, Dr. Luis Rodriguez, Dr. Casada, and the brain people to put this curriculum together. So I'd like to give them a round of applause as well. Okay, we'll cover other people in the interim, but let's move on. Our next speaker is the Vice President, and this is a lot of words, so help me. He's the Vice President of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, Moving Picture Technicians, Artists and Allied Crafts of the United States, its territories, and Canada. Basically, it is the union many of our students may join when entering the industry. And if you don't know, you'll know the shortcut name, and it's called IATSE. It represents thousands of skilled workers in the film industry. So please put your hands together for Tom Woods.
Thank you. As everybody knows, my name is Thomas McGrath Woods. I'm the Vice President of Local 52 here in New York. And as he had mentioned, we are the IATSE, the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. We're the labor union that represents many crafts that work in the motion picture industry and within the arts. Last March, I met right here in this room with several people to listen to an incredibly ambitious and exciting plan for the local community and for the New York filmmakers. Great Point Studios and Yonkers Public Schools that collaborated to revolutionize public vocational school education. The basis for this education and learning will be based on a partnership with the industry professionals with a true foundation of work setting and culture. The relationship created through this collaboration will open a clear pathway to good careers in a highly competitive world of TV, movies, commercials, and beyond. On behalf of the membership of Local 52, IATSE, and the New York IATSE local unions, many of whom are with us here today, congratulations to Robert Halmi Jr. and the City of Yonkers, Yonkers Public Schools, and of course the students, faculty, and staff on the opening of this exciting new school. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Other people we'd like to thank are our parents in the room here today from Halmi and our students. So why do I say that? I say that because it was a big jump for ninth graders to enter a school that doesn't exist. You know, you want to come in as a ninth grader with established routines. You want to know where the seniors are. You want to see them. We don't have that. So I do greatly appreciate my ninth graders and my sixth graders for taking the leap of faith and joining our learning community. A staple in our learning community is our next speaker. She is a highly respected educator and president of our Yonkers Board of Trustees. Please put your hands together for Dr. Rosalba Corrado Del Vecchio.
Good afternoon, everyone. And good afternoon, esteemed guests, students, staff. Today is a celebration, not only for the opening of Robert Halmi Senior Academy of Film and Television, but also for honoring the legacy of a family that has made incredible contributions to our city. It was with unanimous and enthusiastic agreement from my fellow trustees that we decided to name this academy after the Halmi family, who have enriched the fabric of Yonkers through their unwavering dedication to the arts and to education. Robert Halmi Sr. and Robert Halmi Jr. are testament to the power of creativity, one of my favorite words, and the importance of nurturing the next generations of innovators. We celebrate this milestone. It is my pleasure to introduce two students who represent the spirit of this academy. First, Natalie Rivera. A talented ninth grader who will share the journey of choosing to attend Robert Halmi Senior Academy to explore her passion for directing and for creative expression. Natalie embodies the freedom of creativity, which this school offers, where students can pursue their dreams and develop skills in film, music, and the arts. Following Natalie, we will hear from Emmeline Alifans, a sixth grade student who immediately saw the exciting potential of this school. Emily will tell us about her excitement to learn from industry professionals and the joy of hands-on project-based learning, which turns what might be stressful tests into fun and creative projects. Both these students exemplify the vision of this academy to unleash talent and to create history. Please join me in welcoming Natalie and Emmeline to the stage.
Hello, my name is Emmeline Alifans. I am in sixth grade, and I am honored to be in the inaugural class here at RHA. Welcome to our ribbon cutting ceremony. When I first heard about Halmi, I was immediately excited about the possibility of attending a school focusing on the arts. I thought it would be a great opportunity to experience different aspects of the performing arts and the focus on different parts of the film industry. As I learned more about the school, I became excited about the connections that the school has with Great Point Studios. This partnership will give us access to real professionals, equipment, and potentially lead to being in a production myself. I love that RHA is a project-based learning school. Project-based learning is a way to assess students by using real-life tasks instead of a test, which I find makes learning more enjoyable. One such project was making a self-portrait. I like that even in a class like math, we were encouraged to explore art. As my time at RHA continues, I hope to engage in more filmmaking experiences, especially the performance aspects such as acting, singing, and dancing. I am also looking forward to being able to see how everything plays out through the year and what kinds of trips we can go on and what opportunities RHA opens up. Thank you all for coming to this beautiful school for our ribbon cutting ceremony and for supporting RHA as it begins its first year.
Good afternoon. All right. Welcome, all honored guests, students, and staff. Today, we welcome you to our ribbon-cutting ceremony. I am Natalie Rivera, a student at Robert Halmi Senior Academy of Film and Television. I chose to join the school, after much deliberation, to express my creative talents and explore my interests in directing. Film has always been an interest of mine, and being able to set forth on the path towards pursuing this dream is a great privilege. This year so far has given us the freedom to be creative, which is what makes Robert Halmi Senior Academy so unique. I have the freedom to share and express my talents for art, music, and creative writing. I look forward to creating projects that will aid in students building our future. Through these projects, we hope to become experts in our chosen academies. At our school, academies are specific areas of the focus in arts, film, and television. These academies also allow us to learn career readiness skills to be successful as future adults. Thank you to our amazing partners at Great Point Studio. For supporting our dreams and nurturing our talents. We are so grateful for your continued support. I feel much gratitude to be at Robert Halmi Senior Academy. Each morning, I wake up excited to learn something new, ready to put my best foot forward and prepared to tackle the new challenges the day may bring. As students, we are here to unleash our talents and create history. To my founding peers, let's seize this opportunity and create our history. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmeline, and thank you, Natalie. Our City Council plays a pivotal role in advocating for quality education for our Yonkers Public School students. Please welcome our City Council President, we just got the bells fixed, so we don't know how to shut them off yet. Our City Council President, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming out today. This is a monumental occasion for the city of Yonkers. And on behalf of the entire City Council, I thank Great Point Studios, Joe Cotta, the entire staff, the mayor of the city of Yonkers, everyone who had a hand in making this dream come true. When Lionsgate came to Yonkers, so many people said, why are we doing that? The jobs won't go to the Yonkers residents. And my colleagues here on the council and the mayor created a pathway and a partnership with Great Point to ensure that our children had a straight access not only to the jobs, to the unions, and to the talent that will be a part of Lionsgate one day. I will admit that as a kid, I wanted to be an actor, but at the time I was told that you really had to kiss the boys, and at the time I thought that was yucky, so I did the next best thing and became a lawyer. But it is so amazing to see our young children here and understand the opportunities that are here before them. So please, education is the key that opens every door. Take this opportunity seriously and excel in whatever your dream will be. Growing up here in Yonkers as a lifelong resident, our main opportunity for communications and journalism roles were at my alma mater, Roosevelt High School, where we had a studio in the building and we did television. But now you have the opportunity to not only create the sets, to be behind the scenes, to do the lighting, to do every behind the scenes role, and then if you enjoy that, to be in front of the screen like our great guests that we have here today. And we try not to act starstruck when we see them, but thank you all for coming out today because this is an honor and I hope that our children appreciate this great opportunity here for them today. On behalf of the City Council, we have presented a certificate of recognition to Robert Halmi Sr. Academy of Film and Television. The members of the Yonkers City Council take great pride in recognizing the Robert Halmi Sr. Academy of Film and Television on their ribbon cutting. Robert Halmi Sr. was an influential, creative movie director and producer who started his career as a photographer for Life magazine. By the end of his career, he had produced over 300 television series, miniseries, and films. It is a great honor for this school. I've been out of high school a long time, but every time I hear a bell, I start looking around like, where am I supposed to be? Get to class, right? Because you're looking around like you don't want to get in trouble. It's ingrained in me, I'm sorry. Get to class. It is a great honor for this school to be the newest jewel in the crown of the Yonkers public school system. Now, therefore, be it recognized that the City Council President and the members of the Yonkers City Council are honored to join in celebrating the ribbon cutting of the Robert Halmi Sr. Academy for Film and Television on this 25th day of September 2024, and it's signed by the entire council. Again, please stand, all of my colleagues on the council. We are so committed to education. We don't take no for an answer when it comes to our children, and every time we can, we are trying to fully fund to ensure that you get the best academic opportunities possible. Go forward and be great. God bless you all.
Thank you, Ms. Collins-Bellamy, for this honor. I will definitely display it in somewhere beautiful. Before I go any more, I would like to acknowledge someone else in the room. The second I was called into Mr. Solaire's office to be asked to be principal, of course, the first person I called was my wife, Gina. And I asked her, I said, do I make this move? And she said, absolutely. And I can't thank her enough. So thank you for being my support and my rock. Our next speaker has a lot of patience. She began a career as a kindergarten teacher, and now she advocates for our teachers as the president of the Yonkers Federation of Teachers. Please welcome Samantha Rosado Ciriello.
Good afternoon, everyone. Y buenas tardes. I am so excited when the district came to us with this idea of bringing a film and production school to Yonkers. When I was a little girl, as you said earlier, you know, it was a dream. Like you see people on stage and you see people on TV and you just dream about what that would be like. And when I was in high school, I had the opportunity to go part-time to a high school of performing arts for dance. That was my specialty. I liked to sing, I wasn't that good at it, but I liked to dance and I was good at dancing. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, this was so much fun, because I found that it gave me and my the other students that attended the opportunity to express ourselves in ways that weren't possible in a traditional school. And so when the district brought this to the union and said, you know, this is what we want to do in Yonkers, I said, that is an amazing idea. We need to do this. And in order to make something successful, all adults need to come together and figure out how to make that possible. So a question that came to my mind as union president was, how are we going to ensure that we're not supplanting jobs with this new idea? And the district made sure that they were in line with our people's rights, and that they were working together with the agencies in order for everybody to come together. Then when it became a reality, if you think about it, actors, actresses, singers, performers, those who build the stage behind, they bring magic, and the superintendent talks about Yonkers magic. You bring joy to our lives. You bring joy to each other. And what an amazing opportunity to be able to express yourself here and with each other. Our teachers get to show their talent. Our students get to highlight their talent. And together, this is absolutely an amazing idea. So thank you very much to those who had that idea, who made it a reality. And I wish you all the success. Have a great day.
Thank you. Moving on. The new leader of our Yonkers Public Schools knows the importance of arts. He began his career as an art teacher, and being able to express himself through any type of art is truly the foundation of RHA. Please welcome Yonkers Public Schools Superintendent Anibal Soler Jr.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Before I get into my more formal comments, I do have to be a little bit of an actor and ad-lib a little bit. First, I want to thank Gina, because it was a hard sell to get this individual to agree to come be the leader here. And I don't want to leave this event today without recognizing leadership matters. It matters. What you feel at Robert Halmi Senior Film and Television Academy is a direct reflection of this gentleman here. So I just want to thank Mark Amatrano. He didn't know I knew he was a DJ, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's got that fire. So I do want to thank his wife, because I had to also wait for a decision until he talked to his wife. So thank you, Gina, for supporting him. I also want to, most of our students, you probably looking at today as like a little time out of your class, but this is bigger than this. And my hope, just like what was shared, is that you recognize this in 4, 5, and 6 years when you're a senior, sixth graders, when you're a senior, that you remember this moment. You are part of a founding crew here. And I know most of you probably can't watch Raising Kanan, because it's a little bit for the older crowd. But I want you to go home and tell your parents that you got to see an amazing cast here. And for me, growing up Latino, Puerto Rican, I didn't see a lot of myself in these shows. But what I love about Raising Kanan is that there's a character there that I can connect to. He's not here today, but he gave me some ambition. His name is Famous on the show. So, if you don't know it, that's your homework for those of you in the crowd to watch it and support these. Now let me get to my more formal comments. First, I told you leadership matters. And I started out with that comment intentionally, not only for the school, but for the district. And, I'd be remiss, I wouldn't be the leader I am if I didn't take time to recognize those who started this work before me, who laid the foundation, who worked with the mayor and Robert Halmi Jr. to set this vision forward. So one of them is in the audience, one of them is not in the audience, but I do want to take a moment to recognize the leadership of Dr. Rodriguez, who's here in the audience. You can stand, Dr. Rodriguez, let him see you. Interim Superintendent for Yonkers Public Schools, and Dr. Quesada, who is not here. These two gentlemen pioneered this work, and I get to benefit off the fruits of their labor. So thank you. Thank you for setting the vision and for allowing me to be here to do some of this work. They didn't hire the principal. They didn't hire any of the staff. So they just left this set up for me when I got here, and I had to do that very quickly. This is a tremendous honor to be here today to, quote unquote, officially open the doors of an innovative high school, Robert Halmi Senior Academy of Film and Television. When I think about this moment, I'm reminded of something that I've been speaking about since I've got here in Yonkers. That's this concept of Yonkers magic. This is a city full of life, creativity, and innovation. It's a kind of place where opportunities grow and where our students can reach their dreams that they may have never even imagined being possible. What makes Yonkers so magical is not just the history of the city, but it's the shared diversity. It's the belief that no matter where you come from in Yonkers, you can make a lasting impact. The belief that is embodied and embedded in our schools, in our students, and in the very walls of this new academy. The Robert Halmi Senior Academy is a testament to what happens when vision meets action. A few years ago, our amazing mayor, Mike Spano, spoke about this bold vision of creating Hollywood on the Hudson. I'm from upstate, and so I never even knew what any of this meant. But he saw the potential from Yonkers to be more than just a city on the rise. He saw us to be a new Hollywood. It's since been trademarked and is now a place of creativity, a center for the film and television production, a place where entertainment industry can be truly shaped. So today, we're living proof of that vision. From Lionsgate Studios to now the opening of this academy, we have solidified our place on the global stage. This school is just not another school. It's a pathway that builds upon pipelines of success in an industry that defines culture and creativity. This work is only possible with incredible partners. To Robert Halmi Jr., thank you for your partnership, and thank you for bringing your father's legacy to life in our school district. Your vision aligns perfectly with what we strive in Yonkers, preparing students not just for academics, but for the new careers in career technical education pathways. Mayor Spano, thank you for your unwavering commitment to this city and for dreaming big. Your leadership has transformed Yonkers into a beacon of opportunity, and today's ribbon cutting is further evidence of that. Your vision for Hollywood on the Hudson is just not an idea anymore, it's actually happening. This academy is a gift to our students, offering them hands-on learning with industry professionals, access to state-of-the-art technology, and the chance to step directly into careers that once may have seemed out of reach for them. I mean, imagine what this means for our graduating class of 2027. These students will leave here not only with a high school options or high school diplomas, but true real-world experience, a network of connections, and a confidence to shape the film and television industry. So students, this is your time. You are the magic of Yonkers. We believe in you, and this school exists because we know that each of you has something extraordinary to offer. Let's unlock the talent, let's create history, and let's show the world that the new Hollywood on the Hudson is all about. Thank you for being here today, and thank you to Mayor Spano, Robert Halmi Jr. for your vision. It means the world to us. And thank you for making Yonkers magic a reality.
Okay, we're getting close. So Mrs. Soler talks about Yonkers magic. That beautiful picture that he has is a picture from Enrico Fermi's school, which he may not realize, which is the school I was principal at for 9 years. So thank you for using that picture for Yonkers magic. And he said there was a new superintendent was coming in. So in March, I was watching one of the local news affiliates and exercising in the basement. So the gala for the Robert Halmi School, the naming, the unveiling. And I said, wow, they haven't named the principal yet. That's crazy, you know? Said that to myself as I was joking with the mayor's office. So sure enough, hey, it's me. Moving on. So at this time, I am going to call up Mayor Max Spano one more time to say a few more words.
Thank you, Principal Mark, and I promise I'll be quick this time. But here in Yonkers, especially speak to our students, we don't fail, right? Failing is not in our vocabulary. And that's what we're looking at here today, some major success from Team Yonkers, from the city side to the Board of Education and to our partners here at Great Point. You heard about Joe Carter, a true visionary and a good friend, great friend to Yonkers. He's done so many things. So let's give it up for Joe again and his company. When he talked about Robert Halmi, I didn't really know much except to kind of go Google I found out about Robert Halmi Sr., and it was amazing. If you guys Google it, because you're going to see so much that you know that he's responsible for. And in his vision and his way of doing things. And, Robert Halmi Jr. is kind of behind the scenes, doesn't really want the limelight. Matter of fact, we had to force him to take a picture with us when we were cutting the ribbon. But just a genuine, down-to-earth individual who wants to make a difference. And that's why he came here to Yonkers, New York, because he saw our potential and said, this is a place I can make a difference. And it's not just money. It's about investment in a collaborative effort between us, the government, our school, private sector, all of us together to betterment of each and every one of you, the young people there in the back of the room. So I'd like to ask you to give me a nice, warm applause and really say thank you to Robert Halmi, and have him come up here and say a few words.
Mayor, you told me I didn't have to say anything. What a fun school, first of all. I mean, this is nothing like high school when I was going to high school. It is a little weird hearing my name every other word, Although that happened in high school a lot too, but it was usually followed by, Robert Halmi, please go to the principal's office. So it's a little different here. So it's fantastic to be here. What an exciting day for Yonkers and for my family, frankly. We are honored that the mayor and the school board decided to name this incredible institution after my dad. And you're going to see a little bit about him in a minute, but it really is fitting. He was not only a legendary film producer, but he was an incredible teacher and mentor to the industry. He touched thousands of lives. He was incredibly generous with his time. Many, many young, aspiring filmmakers worked under my father and became very famous filmmakers. Actors, camera operators, directors, writers. He was really, really wonderful about trying to elevate especially young people's lives and getting them in a business he was so passionate about. And it's so perfect that this school is named after him, and I'm so excited. His career, which you'll see, it really is amazing. I mean, he produced a body of work that was nominated 448 times for Emmys. It's an unprecedented amount of Emmy nominations, second only to Walt Disney. It's kind of amazing. He won 133 of those Emmys for his shows, which means he also lost 300 Emmys, which is probably the most Emmys anyone's ever lost. But it's amazing now that, this class in front of us behind watching this show, it's really now going to be your turn to go through this school and turn out Emmys of your own. And I think that's what this school will produce. And the really great thing about it is those films, those Emmy award-winning films that these kids are going to produce, will all be made in Hollywood. And I'm not talking about that dumb Hollywood in California. I'm talking about Hollywood on the Hudson. And it really is happening. I mean, it's pretty amazing. My partners, Joe Cotter and Lynn and Femi Zico here, we can't believe the progress we have made here together in just 4 or 5 years. We are building the largest production facility in the East Coast. There's nothing that will be like what we're building here in Yonkers. We're halfway done. We've built about 1 million square feet. We'll be over 2 million square feet of production space when we're done. This year, you probably don't know this, we have 4 different big streaming series shooting in Yonkers. A few came in from pretty big broadcasters very quietly and used our stages. They loved the facility. And next year, we have open now our Warburton stages. We're about to open our North Broadway stages. And those stages will create the opportunity to have 5, 6, 7 shows shooting in Yonkers next year. Just to put that in perspective, those 7 shows need a crew base of about 1,500 people. And that's why this school is so important, because a key to our success here will be having a local crew base that's trained and ready to work here in Yonkers, so we don't have to bring people in from all those terrible cities that live around us. And that's why it's so important, and it's really a key to the success of our entire program. But it is a big program, and it is a big vision, and it's really been exciting to be part of it. And with every sort of big vision and big execution, we've had a great team to do it. And again, without Natural Resources, Joe and Lynn, and their expertise in building and developing projects, especially here in Yonkers for the last 30 years, without the mayor's support, we would have been dead in the water from the start. He's the best partner I've ever worked with on any level in government or non-government. It's fantastic. We have an incredible group here. I mean, I wish Dr. Casada was here. He was part of the process of getting this off the ground, and we're lucky, that the new superintendent was able to take over and get this done and get it across the finish line and get us open today. So really an amazing effort by everybody, and really, really excited, and an exciting time for us. I'm very also proud of my team. Peter Von Galt's here today, and of course, the person who everybody thinks is Great Point Studios, Christina O'Shea Daly, is here. She's worked day and night since we had this crazy idea to really make this happen. And it's very funny because anybody in this school, whenever Great Point comes up and I'm in the room, they're immediately looking to Chris. They don't even know who I am. So it's a pretty exciting accomplishment. Of course, we have to thank IATSE. I mean, without that tie to the union, the guys who are there making the product now, without their real passion about getting young people into their union and education, which is really incredible and important, we wouldn't have a school here today that would be as impactful. And of course, Lionsgate, John Feldheimer and Lionsgate, their commitment to Yonkers is unparalleled. I mean, they're here for 12 years. It's a giant financial commitment. They're bringing their best shows here, their best talent. They've embraced the education component. They're giving these students access to their shows on their stages. And we really are thankful we have Lionsgate as a partner. With that, I'd just like to say how excited I am and how humbled I am that this school has my name on it. But now, kids that you know me, when I come to class and stuff, you be nice to me and tell me everything's going well, and someday we'll work together. Thank you very much.
So we have 2 video presentations. So we'll start off with Mr. Halmi's video presentation of Mr. Robert Halmi, Sr.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. Let me do a few tricks, some old and then some new tricks. I'm very versatile.
He is considered one of the most successful independent producers of his time.
So good to have the power.
And he did it by constantly raising the audience's expectations for what's possible.
You are greatness.
The Wall Street Journal called him the most prolific producer in TV history.
You cannot stop me! I can do anything.
A one-man dream factory, said Film and Video.
I always about you.
And Variety said it best. They don't make them like Robert Halmi Sr. anymore.
It's what I live for.
Bob Halmi is a doer. Once he gets an idea for a film, there is no way, nothing that would stop him. I think he is completely unafraid. If I could say one thing that he's afraid of, it might be boredom.
Robert has become a hero to us. If there is an argument for cloning, Robert Halmi Sr. is that argument.
Robert Halmi Sr. is a very wonderful man.
He's a remarkable guy. I really love Bob Halmi. He's an adventurer. He had more Life magazine covers as a photographer than any other single photographer. He's been all over the world, you know, photographed people in war and in adventure.
I was sitting in an office of a man whose name is Robert Halmi. He's the fellow that runs Hallmark Entertainment. And he's from Hungary, so he has a little bit of an accent. And I saw three sitting up on top of his little whatever that was shelf unit there, and I said, "Oh, you got a few Emmys." He says, "Oh yes, the last three we got." He says, "I have 135 in storage."
In storage.
I thought 135 Emmys. I mean, that's a contribution.
Most people say, what the hell I'm still doing behind the desk, but I love it.
Thank you, Mr. Halmi. Our students will not only follow in your father's footsteps, but they will all become part of his legacy. I'd like all of you to turn your attention now to the screens one more time for a short video featuring our students and their goals here at RHA.
We are a crew. We are a crew.
We are a crew. We are creative.
We are resilient.
We are enriched.
We are well-rounded.
We are a crew.
We are a crew. We are a crew. At Robert Halmi Senior Academy for Film and Television, we don't just dream. We bring our visions to life.
In 4 years, we'll be on the path we're creating today.
In 4 years, we'll be stepping into our careers. A screenwriter, an art director, an actor,
a Broadway stage manager, a filmmaker,
a producer just like Mr. Halmi. Robert Halmi Senior Academy is making us more confident
in our skills and abilities.
It is shaping us into industry leaders and helping us get ready for college.
We are going to do amazing things.
We are going to be ready for anything, just like RHA taught us.
The world is waiting for our stories.
At Robert Halmi Senior Academy,
we are ready to tell them.
RHA, 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 RHA.
So we want to thank my entire staff, but Ms. Jaylene Burgos, my CTE teacher, that was 2 days of work. We put that together in 2 days. So give them a round of applause and our students. So now for a little shameless plug. Please, anyone here in the room, follow us on Instagram. These kind of videos we put up quite often. So we're Robert Halmi Senior, just the SR for senior. Robert Halmi Senior Academy on Instagram. So please Follow us if you can. Two other groups I'd like to thank before we conclude. One, these beautiful TVs and the screen and the set and this stage makes me taller. We want to thank Sound Associates, David Berg and the crew, the lighting, David Householder, and a gentleman I got to know, he's in the audience, Steve Pasola, and his architectural and engineering firm. Thank you for putting all that hard work with your crew together. There were times where Steve wanted to see me, and there were times Steve didn't want to see me. But thank you so much. To conclude, everyone, in 1998, Robert Halmi Sr. received the Peabody Award and said he was filling a void with his ambitious productions because, quote, nobody else is doing these things, and these things should be done. Now, we are doing these things. All our students, our teachers, and our staff, and we are so proud to be part of their first class at RHA. Thank you all so much for coming. We are RHA, and we are here to stay. Thank you, everyone.